Hello everyone and welcome to Lore Season 5, Lord of the Flies. Lore is a recorded round organized by Yellowbit with help from Penguin Bagels based around a passion for literature, capturing stories and themes through pieces of modern and antiquated texts. For our 5th season, we've chosen to explore a book that is highly regarded through literature, having won a Nobel Prize even. Lord of the Flies, written by William Golding, tells a story of several young boys stranded on an island and how they come together and interact on their quest for survival. The book is set place during a wartime evacuation in which a British plane crashes on a remote island in the Pacific Ocean. Only young boys manage to survive the crash, and as a result, there's no adult figure to naturally fall into the role of leader. As such, two boys named Ralph and Piggy attempt to gather all the survivors. Because of this, they quickly fall into being the quote-unquote leader. Very quickly, the boys establish a sense of government with rules made to help them survive. The three main rules are to have fun, survive, and maintain a smoke signal so they can always be found by a passing plane. After the exposition of the book, tensions began to rise due to power struggles within the group. For the game mode this season, we recreated some of the aspects of this survival chaos. First, the game will be played free-for-all style. Players will be playing as solos, and everybody is their enemy. Cross-teaming and alliances are not allowed. Players are allowed to have a co-commentator to help facilitate commentary if they think they need it. Second, players need to be wary of other players. To increase the risk of some plane coming, they all need to maintain smoke signals. Upon mining gold or diamonds, players will have a firework launched in the air on the surface to represent the smoke signals. If survivors want to remove their smoke signal temporarily, they need to use the command /heat hunger. However, using this command will deal 1 heart of damage to you as you suffer without your smoke signal. Third, players must navigate the map and attempt to maintain their dominance over the land. At all variants of 500, 500, positive and negative, there are domains that can be claimed. Claiming a domain grants you a 20-minute mining buff, rewarding you 1 bonus gold for every 3 that is mined. This also announces that the domain has been activated and who has activated it. This plays into the concept of power struggle and land struggle that occurs within the book during the rising tensions. With exceptions to some of the barebone rules in place, this game can serve as an experiment to how the players will interact in this survival experience. Anyways, thank you to Cobra for helping us set up all the hosting, and thank you Glyph for spectating. Now, for the players this season, we've got ourselves A-Rich, Astronomical, Bradzy, Cody, Fenswa, Issa, J Phantom, Major Wolf, Micris, Penguin, Piglet, Ryan, Thimber, Vocker, Vinyl, myself, Delfino, Jacob Crafty, Kekleon, Liflaff, Vicious, Xcand, who is a newcomer, and Z-Cent. That being said, let's all get pumped and excited for Lore Season 5, Lord of the Flies.
Just know I'm trying my best, Cause when you look, when you laugh, when you smile, bring it back. Now I'm sad, and I'm a mess. Now we hide, that's why I laugh, that's why I laugh. Will your tongue still remember the taste of my lips?
Hello everyone and welcome to Lore Season 5, Lord of the Flies. This is freaky season. I have organized as it's happening, and there's some freakiness going on. If anyone has questions, MSG, me, or Glyph. Oh, and Logs has already taken first damage. I'm very upset with him. I told him not to take first damage. Okay, that's fine. No, she's fine. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little thrown off by all of this. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure. Okay, I'm only recording in 30 frames. That's good. Yeah, I don't want to be, like, dying in my frame rate. It's a thing. Anyways, so yeah, this is the freaky fourth season, or not fourth, fifth season of lore. It's really weird to think we've come this far. It's hardly been a year. I know organization for lore season 1 started in February. It was February 20th that the round was first made. Um, yeah, but oh, Jacob was already attacked by 5 zombies. Okay. You said they're not working. That's fun. Alright, well, apologies for the intermittent silences. Okay. Okay, so that being said, yeah, I should, Alright, so yeah, sorry for all the awkward silences in the beginning. I just want to make sure that everything starts off smoothly, but things will pick up as the season goes along. The season, or the game modes have been tested extensively to make sure they like actually are working like really well. Because in the past, some of the game modes have had mild hiccups. Might have to run over it once or twice. Make sure you step on the pressure plate. But yeah, people said it worked for them, so if that's the case, then awesome. You gotta. Um, anyways, yeah, so this season is the Lord of the Flies, basically. And I originally, so one of the things about the Lord of the Flies is it would have been really cool to do some variation of Infinite Allies or like FFA with some form of alliance-based functioning game mode, but my main concern is like lore is a very diverse roster skill-wise, so you know, if 2 really good people get together, it doesn't matter if it's like an average person even that could maybe hold up, because like, you know, Z-Cent isn't terrible. He could maybe kill like Liflaff if he was given a really good situation, but if it was Liflaff and Piglet and it was like Z-Cent and Ryfry, or even like Z-Cent and, you know, Fenswa, or just someone else who's not like phenomenal at the game, etc., then that could be a serious problem, I guess. Anyways, I'm getting a lot of messages last second from this and that. Anyways, I am now, I guess, yeah, I just need to start chopping down trees and try and get apples. Currently no one's taking damage except Log, and he takes first damage every season, which I don't prefer, but I mean, hey, if that's what he wants to do, take half a heart, then sure. Okay, I've almost got half a stack of logs, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, people keep on saying something about the domains possibly not working. But yeah, it does tell you which domain they're at, and I think that's a big thing, is knowing where the domains are, because like that was one of the big things that I found very interesting about the book. It's sort of like that draw to society. Oh, blast. Because there was the whole thing with like the society type deal, but it was mostly just that whole concept. Oh, I see Penguin over there. I'm gonna kill him later. Um, Untitled and their bears. It's exciting. Uh, anyways, we need to just keep on moving. Oh, I already took damage. Crap. I was looking at chat. Okay, so it takes a second for the monument to claim. That stinks that I took damage there. Wow, that was really bad. Okay, awesome. Anyways, uh, yeah, but anyways, sorry for all the pausing and silences. I know that not everyone is so keen or caring about that, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of rough running the game and whatnot. People are asking questions. Everyone is like rushing me to get the season started, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm just covering all the bases, and then people ask me like a million questions. There are two creepers there and a skeleton. Okay, skeleton, back off, back off, back off. Oh shoot, okay, I almost just got shot there by skeleton, Mr. Bony Bone Bone, Mr. Bones hyphen swa. Okay, yeah, so people are automatically like going for the monuments, which that's a big thing. Um, don't walk on the plate, by the way. Jump on it. Oh, maybe that's it. Who knows? Um, okay. Oh, and someone placed crafting tables in here. Actually, wait, I should go back and I should try to get more apples. Anyways, but yeah, the whole like pull to society I found really interesting because I'll be honest, like I don't necessarily read all the lore books. I just straight up I don't read all the lore books because that was Penguin Bagel's concept. He was the one that was like interested in it, and I mean he's not necessarily as active of a role in the organization. He does some stuff, I'll admit, less than I'd like, but it's all good. He's still there. But yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know what to say. He helps, but the main thing was that the concept was his when we made the round. He was really interested in books and he wanted to do something with that, and I was like, that's great. And I kind of anticipated that he would be around much more, but then he had his computer. He had issues getting to his computer around. It was like right after season 1 aired that he started to have some major issues getting to his computer. And for me, I mean, I had to keep on going with the round really. And so for season 2, I just did season 2 all by myself. Or actually, no, now that I remember, it was because he was late uploading season 1 and he spent some time lollygagging with it. Like he was just doing other things, which is, I mean, I don't expect him to be like a slave to, um, you know, rendering out and uploading his footage, but I do think that it's reasonable for him to, he needs to be active at least in getting his stuff up on time. So when he didn't do that, he was removed from organization. And because of that, I took over season 2, and then I did most of the stuff for season 3, which is when he came back. He came back right before season 3 was recorded. He came back, and because of that, we had to, or not we had to, I guess, but like, we just, with that, he did become a co-organizer again as he helps me now, but like, just generally speaking, I'm kind of the big dog and I call the big shots, but I also don't read the books, which, I mean, yeah, I want to read the books, but I'm a busy person, and it's, not something that I'm like just keen on. I mean, maybe it would have been nice if we agreed on a concept that I think worked better for both of us, but I think that um, it's good that it was a concept that worked for both of us, I guess, even though it wasn't necessarily my thing. Okay, what do I have to do to get this water source to stop? Okay, there we go. Got all that water to go away. Okay, so currently looking at the tab right now, we've got ourselves with top, Jar, Madge have all taken damage. A lot of people have taken like half a heart or a heart. I think pretty much all the damage so far had to have been fall damage. And then there was Jacob with the zombies, but I trust that he had an issue with zombies and the Butcher, at least because Glyph vouched for it. What are mining buffs? 1 bonus gold for every 3 mined. Yeah, Madge summed it up pretty well. But yeah, that was, I mean, I'll have to circle back to the thing that I've been like circling around for the past 10 minutes because I'm horrible at commentating, but I just I think it was really just so interesting to like see because people will naturally make like governments essentially is kind of what the point of the book makes with some of the themes, and that is like something that I find very fascinating itself. Um, but I mean, just in general, it's like people are predispositioned to forming governing systems together. Uh, so let's see. Gotta get deeper in this cave. Okay. Oh, I keep on getting messaged on Discord. This is one of the things that like kind of sucks about the first because when you're organizing around, I feel like it's expected that it's not going to start on time, which is like completely reasonable. Rounds don't start on time. That's just how it is. Even if you're a good organizer, if you're organized or you're very put together, I mean, there is no way that your round is going to start exactly on time unless you're like unless some circumstance leads to it starting perfectly on time. But when it doesn't start on time, like I'm getting messaged like, you know, I think either way, I'm getting messages here and there from different people for different reasons, but usually I have the security knowing I can start a little late. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know why I was like being so concerned about this and that. Okay, Bucko. Hey, you gave me an ender pearl. That's fun. I'm gonna need to smelt this iron soon. Uh, but yeah, like I always think about this, like in when people like, oh, someone's mining near me. That's fun. Um, they're not turning off the heat hunger either. Ooh, maybe some of the people on 90 actually did that. Come to think of it. Anyways, so I just find that kind of fascinating in the concept of like political science. I think that political science is like it's not really considered a science, but I think it's very deeply intertwined to other sciences because what like there's I would say there's maybe two sides to political science, which is like more of a modern political science, which kind of caters to the way that like our societies are built today and how they're very like established because we have all this technology and all these different pieces to our world essentially. But I also think there's just a general political science which kind of focuses, and maybe it's more of like a people would maybe call it like a sociology of sorts. I don't know. I'm really not sure what sociology is exactly. I'm just assuming it has to do with interactions between people, or maybe it'd even be a little more psychological because of the whole concept of in groups and out groups. But just generally speaking, I think that like there's a second side to political science, which is more like how our governments form naturally, like how people interact and uh, govern themselves in that way. Because it's like even in a household, for example, you know, there is the person who kind of leads the household. Like it's, you know, maybe your mom is super strict and commanding, and dad's a little bit more lenient, so mom kind of takes the role of that. You know, big dog in the household, or maybe it works in sort of a different way where dad is kind of the big man and mom is much nicer and sweet and warming or whatever. There's a little bit. I hear skeleton. I don't like skeleton noise. Okay. Anyways, let's start working on this cobblestone. But yeah, I mean, necessarily in the book, I don't necessarily think the author whipped out a psychology textbook, assuming that there even was one, because if I recall from my psychology class, psychology was like kind of a weird tabooish kind of thing because people are like, oh, it'll destroy your career. Like you are studying something that's intangible and doesn't make any sense, which is how we work or the brain or whatever. Let's see. But then, I mean, I still think that they definitely, from at least from my understanding of what happened, they did a good job capturing how kind of a society will form and like I mentioned, the whole concept of psychology with in-groups and out-groups, like that's just one way how we kind of self-govern ourselves. We form these ideas, these beliefs, and that kind of leads to making groups. And how we control these groups, how we organize them and arrange ourselves is its own entire like system or whatever. But just in a general sense, I mean, it's so deep and fascinating to like think about. Really, there's just so much to explore. Uh, yeah. Speaking of which, don't get any ideas if you happen to be some evil cretin of a relative that has somehow happened upon this video. You know, just a general statement. I get asked so often, like, what are your plans? Like, what college do you want to go to? And I'm like, I don't know. The generic places where I live. I mean, that's about the extent of it. I don't want to do anything fancy. I'm like, obviously, I think about the future, but I don't like, you know, I'm not as caught up in, why did I make pants? Ugh, I'm disgusting. Okay. Um, but yeah, it's like I have no idea what I want to do, and honestly, as much as I find science like interesting, sure, I also think that it's definitely not a career path I'd consider. Science is just so like it's not even difficult. I would just say it's kind of intangible, which I don't like. Did I make two pickaxes? I might have made two pickaxes. That's fine. I think I made a pickaxe and then I meant to make an axe there. Vicious like so confused, huh? Huh? Okay. Um, Maybe I can do some of this, shovel a little bit of this. Did I get all the coal here? I think I did. I'm gonna do this. Oh, you know what? I need to cook this food. Okay, one, two, three, four, five, six, and there we go. Shouldn't take long. In fact, it should all be done pretty quickly. Okay, awesome. I don't really need that chicken. I can throw it out. Anyways, yeah, we got the feathers, the flint, whatever. It's supposed to be double arrows. Okay, yeah, it's double arrows. I guess I can break down some of this gravel while I wait. I'll throw out this chicken into this little pocket here. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag. Hopefully that calms down as the season progresses. Mob rates have seemed to be up, which, like, Cobra server used to be, like, its hallmark was, like, how there were just mobs everywhere, and it seemed like I never really had to deal with that too much, at least in rounds. But now it seems like it's a thing, because I'm seeing mobs. I'm seeing some big, evil, bad boys. They're making me nervous, and that creeper is coming directly over to me. Or he's not. Or he's not. He's just doing his own thing. He's hanging out with the pals, the bros, the squad, the peeps, his peeps. Okay. I never made those boots, did I? I've been, like, meaning to make boots. What if I've just been making boots the whole time, and I didn't even realize that they've been disappearing off me. The boot disappearance. The mysterious case of boots disappearance. Okay. Alright, boys. There's some iron here, but I wanna get further in the cave. So, oh, and that's the end of the episode. I'll talk about my strategy next episode. Goodbye.